It's Week 15 of the NFL.
And we've got Bobby Okereke. He's now sitting at 67 tackles after last week.
It's the Giants and the Ravens.
And it's all up next.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Justice Hill to return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
They go play action with Stafford. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Baltimore. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. They face second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Stafford working from the pistol. To the tight end, Likely.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to big...
In trouble, and down he goes. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On fourth down, on comes the 7-time Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, for the Ravens field goal. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Ravens are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by a former second-round pick out of Missouri. The quarterback is Drew Lock.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
From the gun on third down is Lock. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
They'll run here with the rookie. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3.
At the 46-yard line.
Lock out of the shotgun. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So on fourth down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On first down, it's Stafford. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's the give to Henry running right.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
On the ground, they'll go with Hill. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He is met and dropped. Couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
From the gun, it's Locke. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And the Giants are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal. He'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
That's good for the Giants. 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Here's a run. And he'll take this down to about the 7. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go with him again. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
To throw is Locke. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will tie the game at 3 apiece. So a field goal apiece here in that 1st quarter. 3-all is the score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. Here's Steven Sims to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They'll set out in search of a 1st touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Open man is Bateman. He's got him.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Aguilar goes off in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that'll give them a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. All run play. This is Hill. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Second down and 8. On the option, they give it to Henry. Taking on defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's locked. That one knocked away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
The Giants sending out their punter, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Stafford. This one complete to Bateman. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing. Lock. He'll get that complete. Right side, it's Bellinger. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
At the Ravens' 47-yard line.
Now Locke. This one taken in by Hyatt. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Locke. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 12-yard line.
They'll run with Tracy. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
It's 4th down.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down.
You know, Mike, I can tell you from experience, when you put together a drive of that length, the amount of plays that had to be put in to move the ball that far, and then to come away with no points, that's a tough one. That could be a real deflator for an offense.
The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And this one's not going to help the cause. He is going backwards. Tackled back at the 8. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught. Derrick Henry.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. 4th down coming up. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Giants offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On 2nd down, Locke. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. They get 18 on that one. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Locke to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Locke. This one is caught by Robinson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Locke out of the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
We're starting to see this a lot in the NFL. Not only 4th down tries are up, but throwing the ball short of the sticks. Teams are so reliant nowadays on yards after the catch. It can feel a little dicey upon reception, but a nice job here, and fortunately for them, it picks up the 1st down. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
From the gun on 3rd down is Locke. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael McFadden. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 3-point game.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. A deep shot for Aguilar. going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Brock Purdy, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense and Drew Lock getting set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line.
Offense.
A second down throw for Locke. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Locke. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Giants sending out their punter as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Stafford. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Ravens sending the punt team out there. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Kayvon Thibodeaux, former 5th overall pick, in there to drop him. Ravens bring their punt team out. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Locke. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down. To throw is Locke. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Pistol give to Henry. Yeah. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
First down, Stafford. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Second down, it's Stafford. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Stafford now to throw on first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he's going to have the Ravens first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Bateman is the motion man. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will tie the game at 6.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, You've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now Locke. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Sims now to return it. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he did not want to go down. Good running, manages to gain 5. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Stafford working from the pistol. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
A 1st down throw for Stafford. There's a short one caught by Andrews. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Well, they hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
Stafford to throw again. Aguilar able to make the catch. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on
Delay of
third
game,
and short.
offense. Still third down.
So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. To the air again, Stafford. And he'll take it on in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a gain there of 26 yards. First and 10. Here's Locke. A short one there to Bellinger. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Locke. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Here's Locke to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
It's now 4th and goal.
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The visitors' offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. They'll begin with a zone read. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them
Delay of game.
5.
Offense. Still 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go play action. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Motion man is Hyatt. Here comes the jet sweep. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Block out of the shotgun. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
To the goal line and in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. He'll look underneath for Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
They'll motion over Flowers. They'll drop to throw. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one, a 1st down.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Stafford now on 2nd down. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. In motion comes Andrews. Now Henry. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Tucker for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Throwing on 2nd down, Locke. He'll look underneath here for Tracy. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. A 2nd down throw for Locke. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.